Boys, we're looking at the raid bow Tyranny of Heaven. Now, I didn't even know this bow existed until this morning. After jumping on Serial Noob's account, I realized this was one of those enhanced legendary, or what some people are calling curated Bungie god rolls. Like, I kind of wish Bungie would just come out and tell us what to call these things. Whatever the case, we're going to review this bow, boys, on how it performed in both PvP and in PvE. Now, right off the bat, guys, intrinsically, this is a lightweight frame bow. You can draw quicker, move faster, while this weapon is equipped. Now, to my knowledge, the only other lightweight bow in the game right now is Arsenic Bite, which I meant to review last week because I got such a good roll on it. But after playing with that bow a bunch, Tyranny of Heaven has a lot to live up to. So let's look at the traits and perks on this gun. First up, we've got Flexible String, Straight Fletching, Sneak Bow, which increases hold time and reload speed while crouch. And the final trait there is Dragonfly. Now, the masterwork for this weapon is +10 on draw time. Now, full crit damage in something like PvP, it hits 138 per shot in terms of crit damage. Now, understand, guys, bows are a little different. Like, if you knock that arrow for too long, your damage will begin to decrease before your arrow is finally let loose. So you almost want to release that arrow the moment that reticle tightens. That's the sweet spot. Which brings me to the point of how I decide what makes a good bow. How fast can we reach that sweet spot? Because the quicker we reach that sweet spot, that tightening of the reticle, the sooner I can let loose this arrow and the most optimal damage I can get in. Now, there's ways to manipulate that. Obviously, draw time is the most direct way to get a quicker draw speed. But then you have perks that are specifically designed to help out with this. And they pair wonderfully well with these quicker rate of fire bows. The perk Archer's Tempo, which is on my Arsenic Bite, is one of the best perks to go with these bows. Which takes me to my conclusion when it comes to Tyranny of Heaven. I like the draw time, even if I didn't have it masterwork for draw time. Again, I can live with this base default draw time. The thing that kills it for me, boys, is Sneak Bow. That perk right there in the middle. I think that is the most useless perk in the game. Now, granted, I guess if you stay crouch a lot, this is perfect for you. But being a low impact bow to begin with, the more arrows I get out, the better here. Now, granted, if this was a heavy hitter, like a one-shot bow, which we don't even know if that's even going to exist, I'm assuming it's going to exist with Wishender, then something like Sneak Bow would be a great perk, especially combined with the new subclass for Night Stalker. But on these fast fire rate bows, guys, despite this being the enhanced version or the curated legendary version of this bow, I think Sneak Bow kills it. Now, no lie, Dragonfly on a bow is an amazing thing to watch at work, which takes us to the rolls that I would want on this bow. I would look for a high tension string that increases accuracy, and let me tell you something, man, these low impact bows need it. Straight Fletching is also the other perk I would go with, but in these last columns, the traits themselves, you actually have two very good options here. You've got Moving Target and you got Archer's Tempo. Both of those will work fantastic for this bow. And in that final column, Dragonfly was still a great perk for PvE, without a doubt. But honestly, anything in that last column, whether it's Explosive Head, Rampage, or even Dragonfly, I think will be all very good options. So guys, that is my review for Tyranny of Heaven. Despite me saying how good Arsenic Bite is, understand that Arsenic cannot roll with something like Dragonfly. So if you're in a hunt for a good PvE bow, then you're definitely going to want to grab Tyranny of Heaven. Well, fellas, thank you so much for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.